After the launch of Huawei Mate 60, a disassembled Kirin chip caused a silent explosion in the United States, accusing China of challenging American technology. CCTV also issued its own statement, using two examples and one vivid example to make Americans even more angry. The CCTV host said that Huawei's Kirin chip is also a competitor. Coincidentally, both of these things are aimed at Americans. How did the United States do this? It doesn't matter if it's a mobile phone, tablet, laptop, or hundreds of websites. Let's take a look at the operating system of Microsoft in the United States. If it is removed, will Qualcomm's Snapdragon be installed? If there is an internet connection, is it Wi-Fi? He looked at his transportation vehicles again. Most of them in the sky were Boeings, all produced in the United States. Whether we can see it or not, the United States is like an octopus, tightly entangled in the daily lives of Chinese people and entangled with China's development prospects, suffocating the whole of China. Why do American politicians dare to bet on chips and engines that China cannot build them? Those seemingly ordinary technologies are close to the extremes of physics and have opened up a new path in microphysics. The mobile phone CPU that is used to buy vegetables every day is already the most sophisticated machine at present. The aircraft and engines that fly by us every day are all man-made and have the worst working conditions. Suffering from the embargo, China won in the most difficult areas, which made the United States even more painful. China is deeply saddened by this. High-precision chips made in China. Due to the use of the completely self-developed Kirin 9000 processor, the download rate of the Mate 60 Pro mobile phone is much higher than that of the 4G network, so both China and Huawei have won a good opportunity. Except for TSMC, the performance of Kirin 9000 is already comparable to South Korea's Samsung, and China has taken a leading position in the world. Today's most advanced processors integrate 100 million transistors into a small space of 1 mm x 1 mm. With the advancement of nanotechnology, the progress of nanotechnology is getting faster and faster, reaching an incredible point, and the boundaries between micro and macro are becoming more and more blurred. The quantum tunneling effect allows electrons that were originally unable to pass through to appear on the other side of the transistor. Except in the most clever way, bypassing the laws of physics, it's simply not possible. As the quantum tunneling effect intensifies, artificially fabricating chips becomes more difficult. As time goes by, the demand for chips in this era will continue to increase, and the United States relies on this kind of thing to bring Chinese technology to its blocked. However, neither the four major chip alliances nor the tripartite agreement between the United States, Japan, and the Netherlands were able to suppress China's semiconductor industry and achieve a second leap. 3 years ago, Huawei was suppressed by the US government and lost the world's largest mobile phone manufacturer. ZTE's dream of catching up with Apple was shattered. SMIC was also left far behind by TSMC. Xiaomi and Bluegreen had to give Qualcomm face. Just as we finally conquered the quantum tunneling effect of integrated circuits, at this moment, facing sanctions from US chip, China's semiconductors have reached a historic moment. Did the United States block us without saying a word? The most difficult engine to control is China's achievements. Just like when the Kirin processor came out, the market was full of words like stock and poor performance. The big flight of China's C919 failed to stop America's mouth. Some people say that C919 is a shame made in China. Worried that the C919 will steal China's global share, the American media even said, "If you don't buy from us, then we will stop supplying C919 engines." The development of modern aerospace engines and chips is very difficult, especially when operating at temperatures higher than their melting points. The thermal wing of each engine is like a clay Buddha statue that can travel through flames. It needs to be wrapped in a thermal insulation ceramic armor and rely on the complicated pipes inside for cooling, otherwise it will directly melt, twist, and fall. Even an impact of tens of tons is enough to cause the plane to crash. The core engine of the C919 uses the LEAP X1C jointly developed by General Motors of the United States and the French company Sifan. The brilliant Chinese red color cannot hide the shortcomings of the engine. However, Comac has established a parts production factory in Nanchang. Comac and Comac Engine Company were also established at the same time. We have designed a complete design plan for the engine of the large passenger aircraft. The C929 will use the Yangtze River 2000 domestic engine. The C919 has not been abandoned by us. Its Yangtze River 1000A aircraft was also installed and tested during the flight test of the Y-20. These two examples from CCTV accurately highlight the United States' scientific and technological mistakes. As the U.S. media demanded an end to Biden's so-called chip farce, Raimondo had no choice but to humbly ask China to open its business in this field again. Underdeveloped archers cannot defeat cannons, cannot change their families, and cannot protect their property. When one after another advanced technologies approaching physical limits are conquered by Eastern countries one by one, the monopolies of the United States and Europe can only watching your money slip away from your hands. Times have changed, China is here. Have Biden and the United States heard China's call to break through its technological blockade? Thank you for watching this video. Please leave your comment.